The year's 1879, but the history's not our own. Everything changed on July 3rd, 1863, during the Battle of Gettysburg. The dead rose up, the shadows darkened, and a reckoning had begun. Humanity's worst nightmares now walked the waking world. Everything seemed to be headed to hell in a handbasket. Humanity, however, is more resilient than the terrors expected. A secret war began between the darkness and those who would stand against it. A few sturdy folks from all walks of life, from school moms to nuns, from snake oil salesmen to steadfast soldiers, and children to old coots, have risen up to stand between their fellow humans and creatures born in the very pits of hell. Some were fated to fall, but others stood firm. For the next hour or so, sit back and listen to the stories of horror and heroism, recounting of the sacrifices these unsung heroes have made. Enjoy these tales from the Deadlands. Be warned, however, these tales are not for the faint of heart.
Hello, and welcome once more to the Knights of the Smith Dinner Table actual play production of Tales from the Deadlands, brought to you by our favorite folks over at Poppets Coffee. If you love great coffee, head on over to poppetscoffee.com, pick up a bag, and they will ship it anywhere in North America. All right. So last session, you guys found a skull. You took the skull to an Indian lass who made the skull talk. Well, she talked for the skull in a different voice. And you discovered that you needed to find a total of 7. What's the word I'm looking for?
Runes?
7
Blood runes?
glyphs.
Glyphs.
I couldn't
That's
remember.
the word.
Yeah, pictoglyphs. All along the West Coast. Now, you guys already know that 3 of you have 1 of them. So in reality, as long as any one of you get a total of 7 of these glyphs that you have dripped your blood upon, then you'll be able to trigger a flood to bring down Grimm and his 13 apostles, also known as his inner circle.
Was there
And
something tricky about, like, we had to do it on a certain day, or?
yes, there is a catch. You have to do it on the, where did it go?
It's the anniversary of their eating of Grimm, right?
Yes. So August 23rd. And it is currently March 30th. So you guys got a few months to get this done.
Were we going back to Shanfan?
You had already gone back to Shanfan, and you had had a little powwow with Dillinger and Pennington-Smythe, who happened to come across some information that something is going on back in Doomtown, also known as the town of Gomorrah. And Pennington-Smythe had handed you a section of diary that and I can reread it for you guys. So that way it brings you back to exactly why you're heading up that way. The scrap of paper reads as such. Couldn't even consider it further. I was too afraid. Mother had gone by then, and the whole west side of the town was in flames. You could hear folks screaming, folks we knew. Lord, I should have helped them, but I was crying and so very afraid. That thing, I dare not write of it again, was still out there. The ghost rock was burning, and it sounded like the devils clawing their way out of hell. And I wasn't about to let it find me and Emily. So we ran. And as we ran past the Whately house, I remembered how Billy had said once that he was in the library there and saw a picture of a lightning bolt in an old book. Such a strange thing to remember, but then again, there were so many strange things in that. And Pennington-Smythe and Dillinger both believe it might be related to some of the dark dealings that the Whately family had.
Because of
So-
lightning bolt.
Hmm?
Because of the lightning bolt.
Yes. Lightning bolt is a fairly common glyph used in magical and occult writings.
So we're going to a library and letting good old Doc Stanley there get his hands on some fresh supply of Ghost Rock snacks.
Is that laughing I hear?
Yes, that was that's Cornelius.
Oh my.
Cornelius.
Did I say the
All
wrong
right.
name?
Stanley.
But where did I get Cornelius from?
Fuck if
Oh
I
my
know.
goodness.
It's his middle name.
That's probably the name of his next character, or like the third one down the row.
The name fits the character. That's probably why.
It's fair.
Look, I'm saying I do have a red shirt on a hanger just for, the moment it's needed.
He does.
Oh, ye of little faith. You think I would give you any kind of warning?
Yes,
Touche.
you'll leave it on a cliffhanger and make me wait a week to find out.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Well, better cliffhanger than just running off of a cliff, right? Too soon? Too soon.
I mean, I bet he wished it was a cliffhanger at that point because he could have
Look.
probably survived then.
All I'm saying is that at least that was final. Like, there was no coming back from that one. So check that off the list. I don't need to do that one again.
Fair enough. All right, so are we going by boat or by wagon to this place?
I
What
would go
was
by wagon.
faster?
So from Shanfan to Gomorrah, it's
I like
about
horses.
it's about 80 miles as the Raven flies.
Yeah, we're not flying by Raven. We already did
Now,
that.
I already did that once.
Now, that being said, this is the Great Maze. So it's going to take probably 4 or 5 days by boat. And if you go by land, it could take even longer than like 2 or 3 weeks, depending on the weather and everything else that you run into.
Well, then we're going to the floating restaurant, which hasn't been made into a restaurant yet, but there's plans. We own that boat.
Yeah, just because of the nature of the let's see here if this map actually does it justice. It kind of does. So
This is me metagaming, but it sounds like James really wants us to take the boat.
no, I'm not saying that. But if you guys look, and I'm going to zoom in for the audience who is watching. So while yes, like many dispatchers that I have dealt with over the years with various ambulance services, on the map, that's only an inch. But if you look, there are lots of waterways. There's my cursor. That you have to deal with. And if you look down closer to the free city of Los Angeles, how there's lots of little mesas and all of that, that's actually more indicative of what it's like up through here. The water channels that you see are the major water channels, not all the little ravines and everything in between various mesas and plateaus.
Yeah, no, that's not a good. Now, if we were going to Knight's Ferry land all day, but no, we're going to take the boat.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I recall correctly, Knight's Ferry is approximately where you guys came out of the Rockies back in the day.
I don't remember. We were on a train underground.
That was
Under-
before me.
Yep. Under the mountains, even.
I don't care how we go as long as it's not by train.
Right?
And I do agree, Bird is probably not my favorite also.
I'd rather take a train than a bird, but
you guys could always try and see if you can get your hands on an ornithopter or an airship.
That sounds very close to a bird, so I'm gonna say no.
I mean, does Pennington-Smythe have one of those handies willing to give me?
No, and it might take a few weeks for it to arrive via post.
Well, then,
But
And then does anyone know how to fly it?
I mean,
that's just a driving check, right?
it's piloting.
Oh, well, then no.
He means
What?
not yet.
I mean, if we get one, I'll get that skill. Just so I could have my flying restaurant.
I mean, he has it planned for, 7 upgrades later.
You're not supposed to
Advancements. We don't
tell
call
everyone.
them upgrades here.
Don't tell everyone my secrets.
I mean, if you guys get Doc Stanley enough stuff, he could actually build you guys one.
Okay, let's go. Daisy doesn't like sitting around talking.
What?
There's probably going to be a sea monster in the water. Are there pirates?
There could be
Maybe.
pirates. We're only up to 7 advances, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe you are.
For some reason, I had a blank 8th advance, and I was like really confused as to where that came from. But
That is weird.
yeah,
All right. Great Maze. I am going to deal
Kill
an
us all
action
tonight.
card to the... Where is the discard pile? There it is. Oh, wait. There we go. Deal 1 to the discard pile. Let's see what this is. And under the discard, it is a spade. Okay.
Does that mean bad stuff for us?
we'll find out.
You
Why
will
are you doing this,
indeed
James?
find out. Because that determines which
don't-
table I roll on. So sea encounters, spades.
Yeah,
All right.
I think she's just wanting you to know, like, why are you like this?
I mean, if she doesn't know after 17 years.
She's slept since then.
Oh. Well,
Have I?
Or not. I don't know. You've got 3 kids.
I know.
Yes. And shuffle the deck. There we go.
So while James is doing all this stuff, let me tell you what he did to me the other night.
Oh. Is this appropriate for our channel?
It is.
Okay.
We're MA, right?
Yes, we are.
I'm sleeping, dead asleep. He grabs the pillow that I am sleeping on and yanks it out from underneath me and then curls up next to it, cuddling it. I was like, no, you don't, you little
Oh my.
person of mine. And then after I take it back, he rolls over and puts his leg on top of me and squeezes my bladder. And I'm like, well, thanks. Now I have to get up and get out of bed. So now you have the bed to yourself for the rest of the night.
Oh my.
I wish I could remember all of this stuff.
Yeah, he does that to me at cons all the time. I understand.
Squeezes your bladder with
Yeah,
his legs.
there's weird, strange cuddles. It's just it's a little bit awkward.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Speaking of cons,
You're
um,
a con man
segue.
now?
we will be,
Oh
myself and
my.
Mike, will be at Gamehole Con.
I will not be.
October 16th through the 19th. I mean, granted, we'll actually be there the 15th through the 20th just because a whole day of driving. But we will be at the con the 16th through the 19th, peddling Arkenforge toolkit as we do, and hanging out with all the Pinnacle folks who are always at Gamehole, as well as meeting new folks. So if you guys want, if you're listening to this or watching this and you want to come on up to our booth, we are literally, as you walk in the door, we're in the center aisle, second booth on the right.
Oh, dang. I didn't even
Yeah.
I
know
will
we were
not
in
be
here.
there, but the dice pouches that you see me making on here will be.
But yeah, come by, say hi. I promise James is just as an asshole in person, maybe a little bit worse, but I am actually nice.
Most of the time. Hey, they learned an important lesson last year about Pinnacle folks learned an important lesson about getting me involved in pranks.
Yeah, they don't include us in those anymore.
What's
But
that game
they
hole
still
fun
do.
that started at?
Gamehole is where it originally began with the whole Clint pulled me aside, told me he set the rules down. Nobody outside the con is to be part of this, so I couldn't use social media for it. And he said I was allowed to use my people. Now, granted, I consider my people everybody who comes to the con. And he told me to ask Jody about the romance companion.
I got punched for that, by the way.
Ironically enough, it is now officially on the calendar for them to work on.
Sometimes the joke goes
you got
too far.
punched, Mike, is because of how you carried on the prank.
I just said, are we putting the pegging back in peg? I might have had other ones, but that was a good one.
That
Are
was
you
a
done
good
doing all your behind the scenes mojo there, James? Because I know these people the three of them who listen to the show.
All of them. Nick's shadow accounts that gets our numbers up.
Yeah, thank you, Nick.
Yep.
That has us at, I think it's 11,000 hours.
She's just making sure you're actually still doing work back there while we're filling the dead air that you're causing.
Yeah, I was just saying.
I am doing work.
Okay.
Yeah. 11,319 hours of listening to our podcast, all done by Nick and Mike, according to Cheryl.
I don't have much to do with these days.
Thank you to all of those listeners.
That is crazy.
It really is.
Right?
Are you people okay?
No.
I want you to all blink twice if you can hear me.
I'd say it's Stockholm at this point.
Yeah. That's the whole reason I keep coming back.
So, as you are hitting the ocean,
yes,
I need
Thank you phrasing it that way, James.
driving or boating roll from from your pilot, your boat pilot there,
That's
known as Charles.
that is me. I'm,
Don't hit the iceberg.
Oh, we ain't hitting an iceberg. No icebergs ahead for us.
Dead ahead.
This is not the WWS Titanic.
Nice roll.
Do you know how to drive this thing, Chuck?
Of course I do, Daisy. I've been driving
You
it for weeks now.
Will you teach me?
When you're a little taller.
If I stand on a box, I'm tall enough.
Yeah, but then you're not on solid ground or solid footing on the boat, and you'll go over easier.
As Chuck contemplates letting Daisy do that.
Time not advancing. Oh well. All right. So as you guys head out, off in the distance, Charles, you happen to notice that there are several triangular fins that start making their way towards you, and you notice them in time, and you manage to steer the group clear of them. And
Sharks?
yes, lots of sharks.
Oh,
Did you
that's
see those
okay.
sharks, Chuck?
I did. That's why I avoided them, because they were coming to try to eat you.
Oh, Daisy doesn't taste good.
Maybe she should get some water skis and find a ramp out in the ocean so she can jump over them.
Sharks don't know.
Could we catch some sharks, Chuck? They might be good for the restaurant.
Maybe another time. We're kind of on a time crunch for this now.
Indeed. All right. So I'm going to draw for the next 2 days.
Yeah,
Because it's going to take you 3 days total with that roll to make the trip.
Nice.
Nice. Good
Yeah.
job, Chuck.
Yeah, since Charles has what's the word I'm looking for? Evolved. His driven has changed from to be the best chef to something else now. So he's not really as focused on the restaurant as he used to be.
But Daisy is.
I know.
And Daisy's goal is to make Chuck be as focused.
Is it?
Maybe.
Is it really? So on your second day, as you're following the map that you have and making your way in between the various mesas and buttes and plateaus, you find that the path that you had planned to take is now filled with rubble that has just fallen down off of the opposing sides, adding another day back onto your travel as you now have to detour around it. And then we go back to my random encounter deck.
Dun, dun, dun.
And all right.
But yeah, I hear shark makes good soup, or at least the fins do.
I honestly don't know if they do or not. I've never had shark.
Shark fin soup has been a delicacy overseas for a long time.
Yes.
To a point that there's a whole lot of legislation about it because they were just literally catching the sharks, taking the fins, and then dumping them back in the ocean to die. Many, many years ago. Hopefully that's gotten better. I don't trust humans, though.
All right. On the third day of travel,
I'd be more concerned if it was orcas. Orcas like sinking ships.
I need everybody to give me a notice test.
Notice.
Otis.
I'm glad Cole's on it.
Yep. Cole got a total of 11.
Coming in hot with the 11. What is that modifier from? Oh, he's clueless.
He's clueless.
Charles
He's very
and
distracted all the time.
coming in with the 4s.
4s are good. 4s means passing.
And all we need now is Daisy.
I was
But that-
working on it.
Daisy
And
coming in with the 5, and Starla coming in with the 4.
no
And-
fails. Good job, everybody.
No fails. So as you guys
We'll let that
are,
stand, but it did weird things again. I probably hit a button wrong.
That happens.
Yep.
as you guys are coming around the corner of yet another of the many mesas and plateaus and pillars and all that fun
Ravines.
stuff, buttes.
I remember back
You
in school
notice-
when I had to learn about those.
That this off to the left, one of the rock stands there, you can see that it is definitely a ghost rock heavy one, and you see a group of three guys all hanging by ropes off the top of the mesa, and kind of spread out a bit, and they've got their pickaxes and they got buckets that are hanging off of them, and as they're chipping away at the ghost rock in the side,
Hold on.
they're
Boom.
They're when you said hanging by ropes, you mean they're
Yes.
alive and like using the ropes to hold themselves up.
They are
Yeah.
harnessed by ropes.
Harness. That was my first thought too, Daisy.
I was gonna say
apologize, I should have been more clear.
We
I
need
just-
to get you a thesaurus for Christmas.
I got thesaurus.com.
Then
I even
maybe
know how
you
to use
should use it more.
So
But-
as you see
yes.
these guys suspended off the side of the butte or the mesa, they are chipping away at the seams of ghost rock, and as they get sections out, they drop it into a bucket. And one guy, however, one of the three, seems a little bit more well-to-do because he's got some contraption that he's got a big like net and net type of basket hanging down underneath him. No bucket hanging off his belt like the other two. But you guys can hear a rhythmic thumping noise as he's pushing some type of mad science device into the side of the wall there, and large chunks of ghost rock is just falling down into this kind of net that he has underneath to catch it. But that's
Doc
what
Stanley is suddenly mesmerized. Oh, I gotta get me one of those.
Doc Stanley can make a weird science test to see if he recognizes what this is.
I mean, we shoot that rope, you can get one really quick.
He has a point. Oh, Starlight didn't actually say that. That was all out of character.
Charles absolutely said that.
All right. So with that ace, that is a And this is the actual name that you remember seeing in the Smith and Robards catalog. That is the Ghost Rock powered, steam driven, rock crunching jackhammer device.
Doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
No,
No,
it doesn't.
Can
really
you please
doesn't.
say that name again?
That is the Ghost Rock powered.
Is Ghost Rock one or
steam-driven-
two words?
Ghost
Or
Rock
is it
is 2 words.
Is it hyphenated?
It is not hyphenated.
Okay, it is
Ghost
a
Rock
Ghost Rock.
powered, steam driven jackhammer device.
GURPS.
Yeah, it doesn't even make a good acronym.
No.
GURPS.
Like Abkadefki.
I must get me one of those, though. I swear, sometimes they just have no style in naming such things.
Again, we can get you one real easy. You just gotta go diving for it.
Papa said swearing isn't good.
Now, Charles. I would be afraid to do much in that regard. They're quite lucky it hasn't exploded.
Okay. Continuing on, because it doesn't sound like you guys are going to do much more than just look at them.
Nope, we're in a hurry. They're not like waving us down or anything, are they?
Nope.
Do they even notice us?
You know what? Let's see. Yeah, one of them sees you guys. It's one of the guys with a pickaxe. Sees you guys, waves at you, and then goes back to his work.
I'll just throw up a hand in greeting and
Oh, I'm gonna wave. Hi. What you guys up to?
You're cutting out, babe.
I'm sorry.
she broke her own volume meter with her.
Yeah, she peaked, and it's just like, nope, no more.
I am shouting to them, saying hi. What you doing? Where you going? Do you need any help? We might be able to help you. That's kind of what we do. How long are we in the area with them? Is this like a
Only like a few minutes before you guys pass
Okay.
around the side, and
Daisy's offering to come mine, and I'm just like driving on by.
That's funny.
all right. And
as
heading
we
into
get further away, I'm gonna yell more.
That tracks.
Okay.
But it'll be like, bye, see you later. It was nice to meet
Nope,
you.
I just threw that one.
May our paths cross again.
Okay, there we go.
I've always
Yes.
wanted to learn how to mine.
Shuffle, close. All right. And that gives me this table. Oh, this one could be good. I don't think that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you guys can't see what that is.
No, we can't.
No, and that's not a healthy sound.
Because you're being a lazy
No.
GM and using random encounters.
Right.
So you guys know how he does that, like on here. He's like, "Ooh, interesting."
Mhm.
He does that in everyday conversation. We're sitting there talking. He's like, "Well, that's interesting."
But is he actually interested, or is he just NPC responding?
No, it's usually when I am reading something on my phone or on the computer.
And I have quit asking. I have taken the position of, if he wants to tell me, he's going to say more than just, that's interesting. Or, what do you think about that? Like, nope, no more. What do you mean? What are you
So
looking at?
So it's not even in conversation. He's just randomly exclaiming these things, and you're
Yes.
sick of trying to engage with him for the conversation of what's interesting. Okay,
Yes.
fair enough.
I mean,
It's like he just did now. Oh, that was an interesting roll.
What was this interesting role, James? I will take the bait.
so
I won't.
as you guys are rolling along, I do need everybody to give me another notice test.
He also says that sometimes too. Interesting. Can you do a notice check now?
When you've GM'd for so long,
Total of 4. I think that's good enough for Cole.
My dice tricked me. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a raise.
Did you doom it? You did doom it.
Yup. Oh, Daisy jodied it.
oh my.
She's too busy
It's just a
still
notice
trying to
check.
yell for the miners from the day before.
Yeah, she's still trying to talk them from the day before. I could
I
see
can't
that.
see over the side of the walls.
This is why you're not driving the ship.
I wanted to stand on a platform, but no, that's not safe.
I'm
You think giving
sorry,
a kid a
OSHA's not gonna approve it.
What Daisy's saying
But
she
it's okay
wants
for
is
me
you
to
to get one of those harnesses those guys had on the side and put it right on your chest so she could drive.
Oh,
I'm
I
not.
could have been like a baby buggy.
I am not wearing Daisy. You can. That's purely on you, bro.
All right. So as you guys are going along,
That's interesting.
there is what appears to be
A bug on the floor. I found it.
you guys see what appears to be kind of like a bladder, an air bladder kind of floating along. And it definitely has something hanging underneath it, because as the waves are rolling it, you notice that like one portion of the air bladder that's distinctive from the rest of it is constantly staying upright, like it's got a weight on the other side of it.
Huh. That's interesting.
Chuck, come look at my bug I found.
I'm trying to figure out what this balloon's doing.
Bug.
Balloon.
Balloon
Chuck doesn't
floating
know
on the
what's
water.
happening.
Does the maze runner have like a gaff hook?
Yeah.
Doc Stanley will grab a gaff hook and try to pull that over to the boat.
Yeah, I'm curious. It is indeed interesting. So I'm gonna slow down, steer over, and see what occurs.
I'm watching intently as Dr. Stanley tries to hook it.
All right, give me an athletics test to hook it, because you are on the ocean. The waves are moving you up and down.
We don't know how good of a hooker you are.
Apparently, he's not.
Maybe Starla should give it a try.
If that chuckle is anything to go by.
Wow.
Right? Isn't she the can dancer?
Yes.
All right,
Actually, he did pretty darn good.
he did.
Doc Stanley is actually impressed with himself that he was able to not fall in.
So as he hooks it down low and kind of gets whatever is hanging below and pulls it up into the boat, there's a rope hanging off the bottom side of the air bladder. And then in what appears to be an oilskin bag that's about 4 feet long. A very bulky item is inside of it. And as he peels back the oilskin, inside is a smoky black Gatling rifle.
Oh, well, we're taking that. Is there any ammo for it? Is it loaded?
It is not currently loaded. And it has kind of this permanent smoke tarnished patina that, I mean, like when he grabs it and pulls it out and then sets it down so everybody can see it, there's hands are kind of stained black now.
Well, that is
Interesting.
It is. Oh, it's ours now.
That didn't seem right.
Where'd it come from?
We found it in the water. You were
The
looking at a
water,
bug.
obviously. Sorry.
We found it
Can
while
I
you
insert?
found your bug.
I
Mr.
did. It was a cool
Cassidy,
bug. You missed it. You said balloon. I said it was a bug.
Mr. Cassidy, would you happen to know anything about mechanisms like this? It's not quite the sort of thing that I study.
I'll take a look at it, but since I saw, like hands turning black, I'm going to be careful not to touch it with my hands.
Okay. Give me a
Interesting
your
artifact check.
of notice or trade.
Notice or trade? Well, I guess it's going to be notice because that's the one I have.
I have trade chef. Is that going to help?
I think we'll spend a penny on that 3.
Ooh.
Well, there's
That
the
sounds
ace.
good.
That's a well spent Benny.
That is indeed a well spent penny.
Yep, total of 8 for a raise.
So, using your own Gatling rifle as a comparison, this thing is an absolute like work of art when it comes to the crafting of firearms. And looking it over and everything, well, yeah, it's been in an oil skin underwater. And while the oil skin would have protected it some, there is absolutely no sign of where some water would have gotten in where you would have corrosion from the salt water.
So somebody knew what they were doing to preserve this.
Yeah, it is an absolute absolutely beautiful weapon.
Well, I guess I will spend the downtime trying to clean the oil off of it.
Okay. Cleaning the oil off itself is actually pretty easy. And was it a... Yeah, Gatling rifle. Okay. Wanted to make sure that it was indeed a Gatling rifle and not a Gatling pistol, because the image that is with it kind of looks like a Gatling pistol. But it is indeed a Gatling rifle. Get rid of that.
Who gets it?
And then once I get it all cleaned up, is there any maker's mark or anything on it?
Let me look it back over.
Can't really do much with it, Daisy, until we get some ammo for it.
I don't want it. I have my things.
I mean, I could give it a good home. We
I
could
could
mount
put it
it
back
on
in-
the. Put it
Oh,
back
you'll
where?
mount- You'll back into the water.
No. It was left here for us. It is ours now.
That sounds a little. How do you know?
Because it was on our route.
But maybe someone accidentally dropped it and we need to give it back to them.
Well, then there might be a reward for it.
All right. So who is going to use this?
Not I.
Chuck says it's useless without ammo.
But Chuck will graciously hold on to it if Cole doesn't want to. And if Cole wants to, then Chuck will graciously take Cole's Gatling rifle.
Does Cole not have ammo that he could use in this if he has a Gatling rifle already?
He's got a drum.
Yep.
He just has to refill the drum whenever.
Yep. Whenever we get some time, we actually get to spend some time in town and not just run in and run out.
Right.
Yeah, I'll hold on to the new one and and have Chuck hold on to my mine for now.
Let's see how it is.
Let me double check which size of ammo.
It'll work. Chuck is okay with that.
Thought it
Yes,
was
it is.
Charles.
It is Charles, but everybody else says Chuck so much because y'all are rude and don't respect my name.
Thought he was going to say authority.
I have no authority here.
How often do we use government names, though?
I mean,
Whoops. Okay. So it would use the actual bullets are. Why can I never find stuff when I want it? Because it doesn't say in the entry for the revolvers, derringers. There it is. Okay,
Just make up
so
something.
nope,
Right.
uses 45 caliber, which is medium bullets.
All right, mediums.
I'll have got her some
Yeah,
smalls.
rifle medium. All right. So what I will do then is if Charles is going to take Cole's Gatling rifle,
Yes.
we'll move it over. Make sure it went over. It did.
Yep.
I will remove it from Cole. And then I will drag this well-made smoky patinaed Gatling rifle into Cole's.
Charles is okay with that as long as it is staying within the group.
All right. So, and that was kind of a odd thing to encounter as you head into that.
How far are we from where we're supposed to be going?
You'll be there about midday the next day.
Chuck, I'm bored.
1, 2, 3, 4. It is now April 3rd as you come into a fairly large and open bay.
Excellent. Yeah, Daisy, you just got to keep an eye out for pirates. If you see any
I found
pirates,
sharks.
right? Sharks are not pirates. Sharks are just animals.
But you didn't even want to engage with the sharks.
Well, the last time that happened, a giant raven came out and took you away. So I'm trying to stay focused on what we're doing here.
You get abducted by a wild raven once, and you just aren't allowed to have any more fun.
Oh my.
Maybe Starla can show you some of her dance moves.
Darla, can I learn to do the can-can?
Absolutely. And I'll even show you how you can use it in combat.
No, I have other things for that,
Oh,
Starla.
thank God.
But it's
That's all we
still
need.
knives.
Um,
See?
no,
My
thank
heel for
you.
knives.
I'll go back to Chuck. Chuck,
Yes,
Starla wants
Daisy.
me to change my fighting. She wants to change my fighting.
She's
But
just
I
going to
told her
teach
no.
you. Well, that's the no is a complete sentence. That's okay.
I didn't want to.
That's perfectly fine. Maybe Stanley could teach you some science.
I don't like him.
Fair enough. He's a little bit weird. Oh, look. There's the place we're going.
Yep.
He seems a little bit
So-
like a chicken. He runs away.
Very true.
When evil
Oh.
rears its ugly head, Doc Stanley turned and fled.
Young lady, you do not get to be my age as a researcher by standing in front of the guns. You stand behind those who use them.
But there weren't any guns. It was just a skeleton thing, conglomeration.
And it wasn't even that scary.
Nah, it wasn't scary at all.
Who's 12
And I
feet
do
tall?
stand behind the guns. I use them.
All
And
right.
I stand behind those who use them.
Do you know what my dada used to say about that?
We're going on about your dad again?
Well, do you know all my family died?
Yes, Daisy. You've mentioned the story probably, I don't know, every week since we've been together.
Well,
Wheatley. You're lucky.
I just miss them, and I need to keep their memories in my brain. Because sometimes things don't stay in my brain. So if I don't talk about them, I'll forget them, and I don't want to forget them. Do you want me to forget them?
You know what we should do? We should get you some supplies when we have time. And then you could draw pictures of them. This way you will always be able to have those memories in the pictures.
Supplies like new weapons?
I was thinking more like some pencils or pens and paper, but
I don't need those. I can just talk to you about them.
Now, Chuck, do we really need to waste money on those things?
I was hoping it would help with a little bit of quiet, but that's okay. Look, there's the bay.
Indeed.
Down by the bay.
So, as you come into this nice deep water bay that lies here on the coast of the Pacific, the first thing you notice is this town only looks slightly better than the north end of Los Angeles after the hell bombs dropped. Which 3 of you were there to see.
Yeah. Well, this doesn't look very good.
It does
This looks
not.
like a shithole.
Now, the bay that you're coming in, there's a huge cliff that goes up to the town itself. And there are some docks that you can pull up to. And looks like the elevator system is not currently in operation because the building at the top is no longer standing. It's just kind of like a burnt out shell of a building. And that's really the only building you can see from down low. Other than there is a few like warehouses down here that are on the docks themselves, but even they look like they have seen the rough side of a battle.
Do we see any lookouts, any people, any signs of, habitation?
That would be a notice test.
I would like to make that.
As would I.
Doc Stanley's not paying attention. During all of this, he's got his invention kit out in the back of the boat, and he's been eyeing the Gatling gun. And he's trying to figure out a way to set up a counterweight to make it easier for Chuck and Cole to use them.
To carry the actual Gatling gun?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for people, because maybe there's some kids that want to play with me.
Would be delightful.
Let's see. Cole got a raise. Charles got a 5.
Cole
Starla
didn't
got
roll.
a raise.
Yes, that was the old roll.
That's the old roll. Okay.
Starla's got a raise. Daisy
has a
spinning
2, but
bin.
she just spent a Benny.
I want to find kids.
She really wants to find kids.
Yeah, there's been a lack of children for Daisy to play with lately. The Shanfan kids are terrified of her.
They were my best friends.
Yeah, friends.
I thought they ran away when you showed them your gun.
But they
Or
didn't
were they-
scream really loud.
Oh, they were probably playing hide and seek and you
All
just
right.
didn't go find them.
So
Oh, I
Daisy
found them.
comes in with an 8. So Daisy got a raise. Is Cole making a roll on this?
No, Cole's a bit distracted at the moment.
Cole's playing with his new piece.
Stroking it lovingly. Getting that wax all over his hands. And no matter how much you scrub your hands, it doesn't come back off.
Oh my.
So as you guys are looking around, you immediately notice that there is a distinct lack of people. Charles, you kind of feel like you're being watched, though. It's almost like you're looking up at the cliffside, and while you're sure that there's nobody there, you can't get over the fact that you feel like something is looking back at you.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Starla, as you're looking for people, you do notice that at the south end of the docks, there is what appears to be a cut made into the cliff wall that, while it's not stairs that would be easy climbing, there's at least a way to climb up the cliff wall to get up to the town.
Okay.
But you definitely have that we're being watched feeling as well. Daisy,
I find a kid.
you did not find any kids. You kind of have that feeling of being watched and that niggling feeling that you have inside your head. He's like, we shouldn't go there, Daisy. This place is bad. And with that,
Of course.
Hold on, I have questions.
Those sound like great questions for 2 weeks.
4
I
weeks.
4 weeks. It's gonna be a month.
4 weeks.
Because we will
Don't
not
worry.
be dropping a new episode because we'll be at Gamehole Con.
We'll be at Gamehole Con in 2 weeks. So, thanks for watching and or listening, everybody. Don't forget, if you like the maps that I make for all of our campaigns, head on over to arkhamforge.com, pick out the Arkham Forge toolkit, and put in the coupon code KOTSDT at checkout, and it'll get you $5 off of every item in your cart. All of us in this group use Norse Foundry dice. We are huge fans of Norse Foundry. We are partnered with Norse Foundry, which allows us to give you the same coupon code KOTSDT that will get you 10% off of your entire cart when you place the order. Beyond that, don't forget, if you're at Gamehole, come and see us. If not, we'll see you guys in 4 weeks. Down the road. Once again, thanks for watching and or listening, everybody. And I can feel that my wife is steaming because I'm not dragging out to let her ask all of her questions.
You're going to pay for that, James.
Enjoy that later.
She's not even denying it.
I am not steaming. I was just thinking that I'm sure everyone wants to know I will not be at Gamehole Con. I will be taking care of our children and entertaining them.
You'll be back doing the single mother life.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone. And don't forget, keep it savage.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
This Actual Play podcast references the Savage Worlds game system and the Deadlands Weird West Savage setting, both of which are available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Consent Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle, and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings, and unique characters, locations, logos, and trademarks are all copyright of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Tales from the Deadlands, Knights of the Smith Dinner Table, and all of its logos are property of Knightsmith Games, LLC. For more information, head to www.knightsofthesmithdinnertable.com.